absolutely learned an awful lot putting that stupid thing together.
It's always a learning process, isn't
Yes.
it?
Oh, yeah, for people, this was the Kickstarter.
Hold on, let me make your screen big here.
Okay.
There we go. Look at that beauty.
Yes, yes. So this is the Kickstarter, and it has a nice little thing, and whoops, the back. And then inside, it's got color pictures and color, oops, I just went by it. Color chapter headers like this. Hold on.
Hey,
I can get
Anita.
there. I can get there. Hi, Anita. Um, oh, yeah, there it is. So the pretty chapter header and the white text on the chapters. So it was a lot of fun.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but that one is a little off center on the cover. So the new one that I new files move this over just a hair.
Yeah, because
So
I
it's
see it
centered.
overlapping the edge.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. And then some of the color pages I was not centering it properly.
It's a
So
learning process. It's
yes.
always a learning process.
Yes. Hi, Tiffany. So it is an absolute learning process, and I learned a lot. And I'll actually be doing another one in like the March-ish time frame whenever I get that proof, because I did Alika, the Hidden Kingdom, as a special edition with foil. Woo!
Oh, I love the foil.
Foil, and then the double page spreads.
Ooh,
So
fancy.
yes, which is interesting because you have to make sure the back side of one page is blank too. So
Hmm.
it because if the chapter ends on that page, you can't actually put the double page
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So it's like,
yeah, you're right, you're right.
yep, and then I'll
Like,
have end
imagining how the
papers.
layout
Yep,
looks and going, "Yeah, you're right."
yep. I'll have end papers. I'll have um
Brain fart.
a bookmark, in it, and oh yeah, I went fancy on that one, but
Awesome.
we'll see how it turns out. Um, I'm hoping that the cover is right, not,
Even if you line it up perfectly with their templates, there's
Mhm.
always that little bit of wiggle, and sometimes you end up going, "How did this happen?
Right,
Everything is perfect."
right, and
The layout math, yes.
yes, hold on, I can show you the regular hardcover. Yes, I'm bouncing back and forth, people, sorry. But this one is the one that I'm gonna be doing in, with foil. Oops.
Oh, that's gonna look
Yes.
so
Yeah.
pretty.
Yep, with all of that, with foil and yes, and it came out beautifully on this. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping, my cover artist did the templates for me, and I'm gonna have sprayed edges and yeah, I'm going all out on that
Ooh,
one
fancy.
because this one was successful.
Yes.
So I have a successful story as opposed to that horrendous one.
But you learned from the horrendous one, and that's
Yes.
part of what made this one successful.
Yes, I learned, even though I didn't do my own paperback, and thankfully I didn't, because that would have been way too much, because for that, when I went with CC, if I was going to go with CC overseas, um, that just for 300 copies, I think it was like $1,500. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, this one I had a low goal. I had only $500 on the goal,
Okay.
and I doubled it.
Nice. Good
So,
job.
yes, yes, thank you people who bought. And as soon as I send it out, I will put Hunter's Moon up for pre-order.
Okay.
'Cause
When
that
do you
was
anticipate that will be?
um sometime in January.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna wait until the actual prints have mailed.
Mhm.
Not the order put in, but it will be a February 11th, February 14th.
Ooh, Valentine's Day.
Yes, it'll be February 11th. Yeah,
Okay.
that book will be coming out on February 11th, but the pre-order will not go up until this stuff is on its way to the Kickstarter people. Because they were able to get the ebooks and they were able to get the paperbacks and the special edition with that new book that nobody else has seen yet.
Okay.
Yay!
You got the whole system worked out. I like that.
Yes, it was a lot of work. I didn't do any ads like some people do. So it was sort of quietly on social media.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen some that make well, like Brendan Sanderson, who what? The $1 million
He just needs
$1 million
to like
man.
whisper and he'll make his thing. He's
Yes,
a big name.
right.
It's us little guys that we have to struggle and plot and plan and
Hmm.
figure things out. I was going to ask too, and this goes for any of our authors in the audience as well. Have you
Hmm.
noticed, I want to say since the election, but even through like Thanksgiving, Black Friday week, sales have been really off.
Yes, I have
Okay.
noticed a little bit, and I was in a 99-cent sale romancy thing that was all over for one of my books. I saw some sales, but not a lot.
Like I'm looking
Yeah.
at, and this is for a client of mine, literally half the number with the same amount of resources thrown in and including
Well,
a sale. So that half the number also is lowered too because she even went for the Black Friday sale week and she still made half the sales. And it's been pretty much since the election and it just has remained steady all the way through so far the holiday season. It's like nobody's buying.
which yeah, my numbers are lower this month
Okay.
than they were last, but I did kicked this off the day after the election, and I made bank on it. I'll put it that way, you know?
October wide
Yeah,
sales.
November was weak, December is kind of weak. I think people are spending it on Christmas gifts.
And I think they're being more choosy about their Christmas gifts.
Right.
They're more specific in what they're buying rather than, you know, if when you have more funds available, you kind of, oh, I'll get this, I'll get that. But when your
Right.
funds are lower, it's I'm getting this specifically. At
Right.
least that's the way I'm feeling that it's showing up.
Yeah, in October, I was in a free one, and I had over 10,000 books downloaded of my stuff.
But it was a free one, right?
Yes. It was a free one, and it was in a series, so I'm hoping the others,
That's
once
always
people
the
get
hope that the
around
free
to
one is the
it.
reader magnet.
Yes, exactly. I was very surprised and very happy that those books, got blown up that way.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like, oh man. Now, if even 1% of those readers buy the other books, it'll be, a
That's a
happy
bump.
day. But
Yeah, that's a bump in
know
sales.
that, like I did, I downloaded everything, and when I go on my trips or when I go on the vacations,
When
and
you get to it, you get to it.
I'll read it, and that's
Yeah.
when I'm like, "Ooh, I gotta get the rest." So it's a future sales plan, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
I haven't done a lot of freebies, but the 99-cent sale, I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do that."
Now, here's the other question too, because I've had this argument as well with a few clients, and not arguing negatively, but more of
Yeah.
discussion on best pricing
Mhm.
strategies.
Mhm.
Back in the beginning,
Debates.
when we
Yes.
started, the 99 cents really made a difference. These days,
Yes.
I
Yes, it
don't know
opened the
that it makes,
pathway.
but these days I don't know if 99 cents works as well as, having a
I
regular book price of say $4.99 and a sale price of $2.99 works.
Right, right. I haven't done a lot of 99 in the past couple of years. I haven't done a lot of sales, period.
Okay.
This year, I did the free ones. I did a couple of those, and I saw a bump. I did the 99 cent sale, I saw a little bump, but I was in there with 800 other authors.
Now that's the other argument is the algorithm. It changes the algorithm for your book if you're lumped in with too many of those others as well.
Right, right. You know, the free one, I got to number 1 in my in number 2 and number 1 in my, one of the subcategories. I was like,
Awesome.
"Yay!" You
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
And, you know, the 99-cent sale, I have no idea where I ended up because I
Hmm.
was not home to look at it.
Oh, dang it.
I was I was having fun in Maine trying not to, you know, I don't know, trying to deal with the internal issues I'm having. Trying to deal with pain in my side. I'll put it that way. Yeah, so you know, and we were out with friends and I got a lot of nice clothes for the cruise.
That's a good thing.
Yes. Yeah. So, you know, we I wasn't on looking at, you know, where's my ranking, where's my ranking, where's my ranking, like a lot of other people, you know, and I scheduled all my posts because I knew I was going to be away.
Mhm. And this
So
question goes for the audience as well, because I know we've
yeah,
got other authors out here that are going through the holiday sales and stuff. What are
yeah,
your feelings about 2.99 versus 99 versus free? Does it help? Doesn't it help? Because I'm always wondering.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know if time of year impacts some of these.
One
Yeah,
would assume that the holiday season, when you're buying gifts for others, should be more beneficial.
for physical books, yes.
Yes,
For ebook sales, I don't know. I think leading into the summer, ebook sales
that would make
because
sense too. Yeah,
because a
vacation
lot of the
season.
teachers, vacations, all of that stuff, more of the summer stuff,
Hmm.
you gotta time it right, like end of April, beginning of May, and then I think that one takes off. But I think the Christmas time, people are more focused on the physical, you know?
Would make sense.
Case in point. Um, than, you know, and nice special editions for Christmas and things like that, but the special editions through Kickstarter that are up, you know, in the November timeframe, like
Won't get
this
there by
one,
Christmas.
no, no, no. I mean, I'm still waiting for a couple of the books that I think I did back in February.
Oh, good lord. That's
Yes.
a ways off.
Yes. Yep, and I think people are more patient who buy Kickstarters because
Mm.
they know the authors are doing print runs. They know, yeah, eh,
Oh, yep, Anita.
yeah,
Anita says I don't do free anymore except for the reader magnets, and the 99-cent short stories do well, but
yeah,
99-cent sales can be meh.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I tried one because I was like, "Oh, the free one did fantastic. Let's hope the 99-cent one," and, Black Friday weekend and Cyber Monday, maybe some people did fantastically. I don't know, you know, some of the bigger authors in it,
Mhm.
but, nah, not so much.
It'd be
I
interesting to see some data
mm,
from authors across the board just to see what it looks like, what advertising they did,
yeah,
to see what's really working. I haven't
yeah,
had much luck when it comes to dropping the book price, whether it be
mhm,
free or 99 cents, because it only bumps you for a little bit and it does mess with the algorithm,
yeah, okay. Yeah, I hadn't
is
done a
my
lot.
experience. But
I
again,
hadn't yeah,
everybody's different in what
mhm,
happens. And we've said before, what works for one person doesn't always work for the other.
right, and
Marketing's a bit of a gamble.
those fantastic sales when I did the Ingram Sparks stuff last year, you know, I think bookstores were buying them, but I haven't had any sort of big bump like I had, you know, 2, maybe 3 books a month are selling at this point,
Mm,
and that's for my entire catalog.
wow. You
So,
have a catalog.
yes, I do. I have 70 some things out there. So, but that one is only available in hardcover. I did not put the ebook out on it.
Okay. So it's very
I
stuffy.
have I have the I have I have the two separate books in ebook, but not the set.
Okay.
So
Kobo sales didn't necessarily boost the sale of the book, but Kobo sales went up. That's a
hmm,
good notice. Okay,
yeah,
so wide sales.
yeah,
Surprisingly, out of the blue, I get my draft to digital notice,
yeah.
and I'm used to seeing the, $2.36. Woohoo!
Woohoo, yes,
And
yes.
I opened it one day and it was $40. And I went, what?
Oh, that's nice. That's very
$40 out of
sweet.
nowhere.
Yep.
So wide sales, and it was just one time fluke. I don't expect it to happen again because I'm not really advertising my books. But
Yeah.
out of the blue, to see something that was in wide release just pick up like that was amazing.
Yep. Yeah, well, somebody found it. Which is half the battle, right?
But imagine my shock, I'm used to
Yeah.
seeing the, dollar, $2 royalty. Woohoo!
Yep. Yep.
$45. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah, it helps, you know.
There's my
Darren's
gas bill for the month. Yes.
yeah, Darren's like, "We can buy coffee," or, "I can buy coffee," because he drinks coffee, I don't. He's like, "When's the movie deal coming, Jane? When's the movie deal coming, Jane?"
Still dreaming, man. They're still
Yeah,
dreaming.
I know.
That would be awesome.
Mm,
But it was a
mm,
nice little perk to see, and I forget a lot of times because I don't see a lot from the wide distribution that
yep,
it's out there, and that was a really good reminder that, yes, the books are in other
yep,
channels.
yeah. I with this new computer, I have Copilot, and I've been having fun with pictures. That is so distracting.
Oh, no.
Making pictures of my characters just for, my own thing and stuff like that. It's like, and you tweak and I'm learning to tweak it
Oh,
a little bit. Yes. Yes.
new little
Longer
hobby.
hair. Longer hair. And then no, no, not that long. But yes, it's been a fun distraction.
Good way to put it.
I've gotta write, and I've gotta get the fantasy book that I have that I did have a named character, and I have the one person who bought that tier named a character in this book, so,
Okay.
yes, I gave him 3 different characters, who they were, and what their role is, and he chose one and gave me a name,
Was it a good
and
name?
yes, actually, for a fantasy book, it was an absolutely great name.
Okay. Alright then.
So I was worried, but I was happy, so
Good. I'm glad that worked out.
yes, yes, so that was fun. So I now have to get it done and before March, and I'm like,
You can do it.
I'm going on too many vacations.
Well, you are retired now. You're
Yes,
supposed to enjoy a bit of that.
yes, yes, and I still have not found my, balance.
Mhm.
Hubby's getting like, "You still have the computer with you 24/7."
It'll take a bit.
Yes, and I'm not coming down here to write,
Okay.
so,
Are you up in the living room?
yeah, I'm up in the living room on the
But you've
comfy
always
chair.
kind of been up in the living room to
I've been
write.
on the comfy chair with the love
Yeah,
desk, yes.
that's your spot.
Yes, it is,
So
so
don't feel guilty about it. That's your
no.
spot. That's where you've always written.
Yes, I do know that, I cannot work, but writing isn't really work too much, it's almost a necessity, so I, don't kill salespeople.
Yes, take your anger out on the characters.
Yes, exactly. Special kind of something.
And use the adventures that you have in real life as fodder for fantasy fun.
Exactly, exactly, absolutely, and, yeah.
I need to find some way to turn my last couple of weeks into a story because I love how things just go completely sideways.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, oh my.
Thoughts and deductibles. Thoughts and deductibles.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I've been, balanced because I've been able to write things out, the aggressions out in the book. So,
Good. Good.
you know, and that's why a special kind of something came out of my mouth and not some spewing of swears. What?
Look, Rebecca, empathy is out of network. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Advertising. That was beautiful.
Yeah. I need a little stomach settlement.
At least I'm getting a laugh out of someone over there.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, we've been I actually have put the computer down. We have been watching House of Cards.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever watched that.
I have not.
It's actually really good.
Okay.
This is the show that Kevin Spacey got bumped out of, and then he
I
got
do
found
remember
innocent.
about the
Yes,
show. I've never actually
yes.
watched it though.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to find shows that we can both watch that, he can stomach and I can stomach. Because he doesn't like my, sci-fi fantasy stuff, and I hate sports. And up until now, we've kind of settled on Hallmark. Hallmark
Safe.
Christmas movies. Yes, but yes, it's a ginger ale. But yeah, so I'm just reading Rebecca's last thing. Yeah. And I have no idea what I was saying.
House of
I told
Cards
you.
is where you guys have
Yes.
settled.
Yes, it's a very it's almost like a political thriller.
Mhm.
And the other night we were watching it and he actually switched to a Christmas movie because he goes, I need to relax before we go to sleep. And then we can make fun of the Hallmark movies as we watch it.
Yes, yes, you can.
Yep. Yep. Of the town centers.
Yes.
They all have the same one. It's just decorated slightly differently.
Well, how do you think they churn them out so fast?
I know. I know. I know. It's the same damn set. They just turned it a little bit.
And when everything's covered in snow, how can you tell?
Exactly. Exactly. And when it snows in Charleston, South Carolina, there's a problem. It usually doesn't.
I've
I
settled on I'm back to reruns again of shows that I've watched before just to have background noise.
Yeah.
I'm back to Downton Abbey again.
Okay.
That's a classic. I can just put that one on and just let it roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, music is usually on because he's there and does puzzles in the other room when
Mhm.
when he's not outside puttering. And I'm on the shocker, I'm on the computer. So I don't have I don't turn the TV on that often. That's why we got the 15 channel choice and the lower bill. Because it's like, it's like we don't watch a lot.
I think for me, because I especially on the weekends, I'm just alone here. Having the voices in the background is comforting, I guess, in a way.
Yeah. Yes.
And I
Better
don't
than
have
in
to
your head,
pay
right?
100% attention to it because I've already seen the shows. So, just let it be.
Right, right.
Stuffy British people in the
Mm.
background. It's okay.
Mhm. There was a stuffy Brit in the movie last night. Oh, oh my. So what are you working on anything?
I'm doing some editing for a client, and I'm doing some social media management for
Okay.
another. I could definitely use more work.
Yes.
Social media was not what I expected to do. I remember I said I never wanted to do Twitter, and I still don't understand it, but I'm getting better at posting on it.
Yeah. It's really quite funny because on the conversation today with my friend that I had earlier, she asked me, she says, "I'm not on social media yet. When I retire, I'm gonna go on the social media thing, so you'll have to tell me about Twitter." I said, I still don't understand it. I've been on it for years. I just post and go." I said, "That's not where I really engage with my fans,
Or not
so
Twitter,
I can't
TikTok.
help you."
TikTok, not Twitter.
Yes. Oh, I
Yeah,
I yeah, I'm learning TikTok, but I don't watch the videos. I don't like, little cat videos, sorry.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
really do much there. I'm actually more on Instagram watching the
Yep.
reels than I am on TikTok.
Okay.
And
I've
it's all the same
gotten
stuff. It's all
Yeah,
basically shared across the platforms anyway.
right.
So I don't see if, what the big deal is. I don't do the shopping bit. I think that's what makes TikTok really stand
Right.
out is that they have shopping options. And we haven't broken into that yet, but that's an area I might have to learn.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another comment here from
Yes.
Timothy.
Any tips
I
or
lost a lot of
okay.
steam from the books I've been working on for a couple of years, to be fair. A lot on your plate. That'll do it. 8th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, bless your heart. 8th grade teacher.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah,
an
I have
and
a
a
lot
new
on your plate.
father. Oh my gosh.
It's hard to find time when you don't
Yes.
have the mental capacity for it.
Yeah, sleep deprivation is a real as a
Yeah.
father and what
My
I
advice has always been, and you can back me up on it if you
yes.
want to or not, is if you can set aside 30 minutes in your
Yep.
day, don't hold yourself to a word count if you want to, if you need that as a motivator, say 500 words, but
Mhm.
give yourself 30 minutes a day just to sit down at your story. Whether you type a lot or not doesn't matter, but if you get in the habit of sitting down, it will help you. And even 500 words a day adds up over time.
Right.
And they
Right.
don't have to be good words. The first things you write don't have to be good.
Right.
The first draft is always supposed to suck.
Yes.
That's why you revise.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh
Exactly.
my god, 8th grade teacher. I have 7th grade son. Bless your heart. Middle school teachers, I don't know how you do it. I don't. I love my son, but boy, does he give his teachers hell.
Right. Yeah. I mean, my advice would be about the same, is carve out a little bit of time just to get some words down. And as Katie says, if you half an hour, even if you write 15 words, trying to get 500 might take longer with that, your mental capacity at this moment.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, because being an 8th grade teacher and a new father, yeah,
It's a
that's a
lot.
lot, and you're trying to help your wife with the child. She might get a little irritated if you go off and, spend hours on a computer,
And
honestly.
I'll be honest too, coming from
Mhm.
the ADHD side of things,
Yep,
sometimes setting a timer does wonders for your motivation because it
yep,
gives you that start and stop. You almost get that racing the clock feeling, and you're giving yourself a definitive end to your writing time.
right,
And when you sit down, you start that timer. When it beeps, you're done. You can walk away. You've got a little bit of goal management happening. You've got a little bit of competition with yourself, beating the clock, and you've got an end point of an achievement for the day. You can count your words and maybe beat next day's words. It
right,
really helps, but don't try to write a lot at once.
right. And something Katie taught me, if you're stuck somewhere and don't know where you're gonna go, if there's a scene in your head that's farther along, write it and put, placeholders in between.
Yep.
Write that scene to get something down and sort of leapfrog. That's,
Yep.
and that has helped me immensely. Because I used to write chronologically.
I did too before
And
I
then
realized I could do that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and then we partnered on a series, and she started doing that, and I'm like, okay, I can do that. And it triggers a whole different side of your brain because you're not trying to chronologically put it in order.
Yeah, and you were great at, like, I would hopscotch over a chapter and you would fill that chapter in. It was
Yep.
like
And vice
perfect.
versa. And we, yes, we work perfectly together in that manner. And we have to do this series
Yes, we
this coming
do.
year. Yes.
We
Yes. In
do.
2025, it's on my coming soon
Oh my
page.
god, how is it already gonna be 2025?
No
No.
kidding. No. Well, 2024 seems like the lost year. It really
Oh,
does.
yes.
For a lot of different reasons.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
left this comment up. Anita said she's doing Blue Sky. I have seen so many authors on social media popping over to Blue Sky, and I wonder, one, is it worth it? And two, um,
it's a
is it
lot like
similar
Twitter.
to
It's a lot like Twitter used to be.
okay, okay.
Um, you just have a little bit more post bandwidth.
So more than the 140 initial characters?
Yes,
Okay.
and I still haven't figured it out. It seems like there's a lot of fake profiles out there too.
That's everywhere.
Yes, yeah. I'm seeing some things. I'm like, that's really not the person. You
Timothy Degree
know.
middle schoolers are crazy.
Yes.
You would know. You would know.
Yeah. Yep.
But yes, set aside 30 minutes. I hope that helps.
Yes, we hope so too, and we'd love to. When you're finished, we'd love to have you on.
Yes, that way we can check in, see how you're doing, see how the story's going.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done any of the, created any of the groups or anything like that with people like I had initially on Twitter,
Okay.
but it's another social media site.
I liked Twitter at one point.
Sorry.
I did like Twitter at one point,
Yes.
and I haven't honestly used it in, let's say, the last 3 years.
Mhm.
So I really didn't care when it changed over to X. I was done. I never wanted to
Yeah.
call it X. It was like this. But there's been like a
I
lot
still
of
call it Twitter.
backlash in the last couple of weeks, and everybody's hopping over to Blue Sky, and that seems to be all that's filling my feed up. So I'm like, what is Blue Sky, and do I need to bother with it?
Yeah. I don't know. I've been seeing X right now seems to be what I see on it is a lot of right-wing propaganda, and when I go out to Blue Sky, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of left-wing propaganda. Just
Okay.
just fucking drop politics from both. Sorry.
Oh, but the US is so
I wanna
polarized. I'm
talk
never
about
gonna.
books, I wanna talk about things like that, and even though Facebook doesn't have a reach, I feel like I'm more in a community on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't do anything on Facebook really anymore
Yeah.
because when I pop in, there's so many ads
Right,
that it's like, why am I looking?
right.
If I wanna go scroll for a little bit, I do go to Instagram and I just
Yep,
scroll through reels.
yep,
But anytime I go to Facebook, it's because I'm posting for another client. I'm managing
yep,
their feed and I'm
yep.
looking through their stuff. And when I switch over to my profile, it's just ad, occasional friend post, ads.
I
Whoever they
it's
suggest instead of somebody I follow, I'm like, who is
right,
this? I don't even know this person, but it's
right,
suggested.
exactly, exactly, and what I have been doing, and I think it's been cleaning it up so I can see the people that I wanna see, is
Uh-huh.
I've just been Xing out of everything.
Okay.
That's a
But that's a
sponsored
lot of
ad.
work. There's a
Yes,
lot of work involved to use something that used to be very easy to use.
right, right, and now I understand why people can't see my stuff or don't see it until long after I posted. So, I don't know if it's viable. I don't know if it's, I
Well,
don't know if it's my newsletters that are getting people or if it's occasionally something popping up. So, one of the suggested ones. I don't know if those are paid
I bet
or
you they
not.
are.
Yeah,
I bet you
you
they
know,
are.
or if it's just in, what you have seen. But I do have to admit, I have found a couple books that I bought and read because of the sponsored things.
Okay.
So
That's a positive. At least we know some advertisement is working.
yeah, and it's usually and it's the old adage, if you see it over and over and over,
Mhm.
and I'm like, okay, I've got to look at that.
That also speaks to the overwhelm, though,
Yes.
of having to be across all of these platforms
Yes.
just to get the views. Because if you're not, let's say you're not on Facebook,
Right.
you're missing the people who are on Facebook. If you're not
Right.
on Twitter or Blue Sky or Instagram or whatever else, there's so many.
Yeah, I mean, I've got software now that creates my slide deck for because I do slides now, not videos for TikTok.
Oh. Oh, so
And I'm
it
getting, on
the ones where you have to
average
scroll side.
500. Yeah, yeah, you have to scroll and you've got music
Oh,
until they scroll. And
interesting.
and the software, yes, I bought it.
What are you using for that?
What the hell is it called? Hold on. Let's see. Hold on.
Because I haven't done that yet. I've done video posting on TikTok, but I haven't done any of that kind of and I've seen the side scrolling posts, and I'd wondered if
Yeah.
they did get
I,
more interaction, more viewers, whatever.
yeah. I mean, I'm seeing some things. And where the hell did I put it? Sorry.
And from this post here, Instagram and Facebook only, don't get the other social medias. That's,
Right.
a lot of us
Yeah. Yeah.
where,
Author scale.
author scale. Okay, I'm gonna look into that.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'll try it, because it had an annual fee, and I'm like, yeah, I'll try it.
Was it a
And
reasonable fee
a 99.
for the year?
Yeah.
Mm.
So it wasn't too, and maybe I got a sale. I have no idea. But it creates slide images and
Oh,
things like yeah,
and
you
he
can do
says
a slide
Canva does
thing.
it too.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
have to ask
And
my son. He knows how to work Canva.
yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I can do videos on BookBrush that I have, so but I'm like, yeah, I'll do that and, see what I can get. And, I've gotten on average 5 to 600 views.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
That's
One of
good.
them went up to 1,500. I'd like to go viral, but
Oh, my son came in the other day while I was trying to. It was when I started learning, not Canva, CapCut,
yeah.
to post videos, and he's like, "Mom, do you want me to do that for you?" Because he knows all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
no, I'll learn it eventually. I'm not that old.
Well, with that new software, you upload your book and it pulls out the scenes it thinks are most marketable.
Oh,
So that's the thing, and then you choose the scene and it creates slides. And
interesting.
it makes it faster. So you're not going, okay, which ones, and it's you know so I think that's the benefit of it, not just the software, because I have BookBrush and all of that, that
So
I
it's
can
an AI
upload the
kind of
book.
thing.
Yeah, it looks at your book and finds the most marketable things based on the type of book and things like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then it can do generic slides, or you can say use specific scenes from this theme.
Hmm.
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
have to look into that.
yeah, that's the reason why I like it, and then you can generate more scenes that you can generate slides to. It's interesting.
Okay.
And you can use your own pictures or you can have AI pictures. Yeah.
Rebecca can do the electric slide. I think that does count, Rebecca, yes.
Yes, it does. It does. Darren learned that watching Oprah when he was sick. He was
Fair enough.
sick at home and they were doing it on. Yes, that's my lovely husband. Uh,
Lovely. I like that.
but yeah, so I and getting those, I mean, which those kind of views were really good. I don't post myself talking anymore because I'm like I'm like, like, what do I say? I can say stuff here, but you know,
It's hard if you don't have, something specifically in mind that you're gonna talk about and, almost a
right,
script written for what you're gonna say.
right. I could aimlessly talk for hours, as we know.
One of my clients, she does the self-help books for
Yeah,
PTSD, so she's got a
yeah,
bunch of stuff, and I'm always sending her ideas too. I'm like, "I saw this video. I think
yeah,
you could do this, put your words to it,"
yeah,
and, trying to, get her to post some more stuff, and I take her videos and try and post at least 1 or 2 a day
yeah,
across all the platforms.
yeah, exactly,
And see what the
exactly.
engagement is, and honestly, YouTube has been her best engagement.
Okay. Hmm.
Facebook probably comes in second, then
Okay.
Instagram, then TikTok is a far, far, like, last place because I can't
Mm,
seem to catch the interaction on TikTok.
I think TikTok is more and it could just be who I follow, is more the romance, fantasy, romancy, paranormal romance type audience.
Mhm.
Um, at least what I've seen, but I'm not out there a lot. You know, I'm trying to curtail that side.
You
You
have
know,
more time to do it, though.
yes, I do have more time to do it, but I don't want to be on social media 24/7
Yeah,
either.
you fall into the rabbit hole and you never
Yes.
leave. Because it's
Yes.
true, you spend so much time. I went to try and study what was going on to see what other people in her area, because this is
Mhm.
self-help, this is
Yep.
psychology, so following all the hashtags,
Yep.
going down the rabbit hole. I spent an entire day and I couldn't tell you
Yeah.
what I learned. I could not tell you what I learned from it.
It's like going down the rabbit hole creating pictures because it's like, "Oh, this is kind of fun." And then
Yeah,
you can tweak it and like, "No, that's not what I want." It is. And like, "Oh yeah, don't show hands because you got 6 fingers."
the AI.
Yep, 6
Oh.
fingers or 3 fingers, yeah. And it's just like, "Oh, this is kind of fun."
Yeah, but you can easily you go down the rabbit hole and you end up wasting all of your time, and next thing you
Oh
know,
yeah.
you're like, "What did I do?"
It's like, "What where'd the day go?" Yeah, yeah. So, and I'm trying not to get into those rabbit holes. I'm trying to if I'm on my being intentional when I'm on the computer, as opposed to, just
Set yourself the
wasting
timer, that works on you.
right. Yeah, I mean, I've got the editor thing all set, so I have a deadline. It's just I gotta write, and I do some of it, and then I go down the rabbit hole, and I'm, like, trying
Mhm.
not to, and, I like my new Dell. I got a new Dell here. Darren's got the MacBook Pro, I got the
New
Dell.
toy. Yeah, you get the new toy.
Yep, and, it was time. I had the same computer since 2017.
Mm, becomes an old friend after a while.
Yes, this one's smaller and lighter,
Okay.
which I yes, I went smaller, initially when I got the HP, I went bigger because I wanted to do, art and, blow it up and do the, touch screen and stuff. No. I my time is better served writing than doing art.
Then I'm going the other way. I've got a big screen in front of me,
Yeah.
but I'm also increasing the word size as
Yes.
I'm editing and writing 'cause I need it. My
Well,
vision's getting worse.
to get those pages right, I had to go up to 200%
Okay,
to
I
make
believe you.
sure to
Yep,
make
I believe
sure
you.
I wasn't, uh, letting the page, over a little bit and there's a white line. Nope. I don't want the white line. I want the pictures completely on it.
Yeah.
So,
And they're persnickety about that too when you do the overlaps and you do the what is it? The images
yep,
that go to the edges of the pages.
yes.
Ugh.
Well, I did in the special edition that I'm doing, I did the picture a little bit bigger than the page.
Mhm.
So I had some playroom. With that one, it was exactly the size of the page. So it's like, yeah, that
Yep.
was that was my mistake.
Yep. It's gotta overlap. And you can't have anything that is text-based if you do not Ingram. Ingram's not so fussy about it, but
Right.
Amazon, KDP,
Yeah.
text that touches the line at all, even if it's a part of the picture, they will ding you on.
Okay.
And they caused one of the books I did, they caused me all kinds of hell.
Yep.
I'm like, it's okay if it gets cut off. It's part of the picture, but it's text. It's not text that matters. It's part of the picture.
Right. Right.
If it gets cut off, it gets cut off. I need it to run to the end of the page.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. It's a learning process. But
Mhm.
now that I know how to do it, it was easy. The 2-page spread in Microsoft Office was nearly impossible.
If they think it's text, see, she knows. She's dealt
Yep.
with them before too.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So I had to split it into 2, and there was
Mhm.
overlapping in it anyway, in order to get it in there, because it wouldn't show up on the previous
Yeah,
page. It
because of
would
the
only show
fold.
up.
Yeah.
Yep, it wouldn't show up because it just thought I was doing this page, and I couldn't get it to do the double page. So I was like, "Oh,
Ugh.
screw it. I'll just
Yep. Yep.
I'll just take the picture and move it the way where I want it to go on each page."
Formatting is fun.
Yes, yes, formatting. Formatters who you hire are golden if they do it beautifully. Um, I haven't hired anybody yet, but I'm like very, very close with some of these things
You're like,
to
I can
do
do
that.
it. I can do it.
Yes, I have the time to learn it.
Well, and honestly, that's how we got to where we are.
Yes,
Is I took the time to fight my way through it. That's how I know the tricks.
yep,
But if you don't have the time to fight your way through it, it's better just to find somebody who knows how to do it and do it.
yes, yeah,
Oh, yes. Yep. Arun would do it too because it looks like text.
yes, it does. Yes, it
And
does.
Ingram won't give you the problem.
No,
Amazon will.
right. For
And
paper,
none
yeah,
of their customer service representatives are helpful at
right.
all. They
Amazon?
don't know what they're doing. They're just quoting whatever policy is in front of them, and they
Yep,
won't budge. Yeah, I've had this fight with them many times.
yep. Yeah, and
And
leopard
leopard
spots.
spots,
That's
hey,
interesting.
that could look like the letter C.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad I don't print through Amazon anymore.
Let me tell you, I've had some interesting conversations with customer service reps who just refuse to help and just quote policy, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
"Seriously, what the fuck?"
Special kind of something.
Yes, you're a special kind of something.
Oh my gosh, yes. We've encountered plenty of special kind of somethings lately.
Oh, yes.
What is happening in the world?
I don't know. I
Yes.
don't know, but we need more fantasy stories out there because we all need
Yes,
to
we
escape
do.
reality.
Yes. Yes, we do. Uh, yeah.
It is
Uh,
definitely time for that escape.
yes, it is. It is.
When can a cat be a text? I don't know, but I'm sure Amazon will find a way to make it
The tail? If the tail's crawling.
when you're publishing on Amazon.
Yeah. If the tail is curved, it
The
looks like a
tail is an
C.
S.
An S and a C. Oh, the fun we for those who are watching, we've had years of trying to do all these things. We've had years of mistakes. We've had years of frustrations. I'm still learning stuff, and so is
Mhm.
Katie.
The learning never ends.
No, no,
Once you
it
figure
never ends.
something out, it changes.
And doing it all yourself as an indie person, um, kind of can be overwhelming. So finding the good people who do these things that can help you lift that piece of the load is really good. So hire Katie. Sorry.
Yes, I could always use more clients.
Yes. But you really should hire somebody to do editing, not yourself.
Oh, never edit your
Not,
own work. No.
you know, you can use editing software a little bit, but still get an editor after you use that because the editing software is not fallible either. I
True.
tell you.
Oh, that sexy inner elbow crease. How dare you? What are we in the 1800s?
They were showing the elbow? That's it.
I mean, I'm not a prude, but it's a bit too much skin.
Oh my god. That is funny.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of I mean, between images that some, you know, it was it was covered.
Oh, interesting.
That makes me, you know, just completely that shut down my brain, sorry.
Clearly, it wasn't it wasn't approved, so there was something naughty.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like
Let me guess, Amazon?
Yes, probably. Um, and what other things? I mean, even text words in your title will
Mhm,
put you in the dungeon.
mhm.
And oh yeah, and Amazon. And
Amazon loves
it's
to put
yes.
you in the dungeon.
Yes. I wonder who's, you know, coding in their system to look what they're looking for in their code.
Yeah, I don't know, and they don't actually have human beings working in any capacity of
Right.
customer service that can help. So it's like, an algorithm marks something off, and then the customer service reps can only quote policy. So between the two of them, you can't get anywhere,
Right. Right. And that,
and
you
you get
know,
your entire backlog tossed in the dungeon too. And that's bad because that's your livelihood. Amazon
right.
still has the biggest market share in the publishing world. So if you're
Right.
not on Amazon, you have to play nice with them. If you're
Right.
not on Amazon, you're screwed.
Right. Yes. And you know, I'm finding the other viable outlets
There
now.
are other
You
outlets,
know,
absolutely.
oh yeah, there's other wide things, but other outlets like the Kickstarter.
Mhm.
I hadn't heard of that, or I had heard of it and I'm like, oh, you know, crowdfunding and all of that, hoo-ha. But and
But you found that it does work.
I'm like, okay, now I understand what it's for. It's not for, you know, just general publishing. The gold on Kickstarter are special editions.
Mhm.
You know, the real pretty ones with, you know, yeah, they're pretty shiny things for your shelves. Yes.
Yes.
The dragon in me is happy. Um, so, you know, if if you can do it without yeah, hoo-has. Yeah. Exactly. Um, if you can do it without a lot of overhead, it's better. I
Mhm.
did a lot of digital rewards, so that's where I ended up doing so well because I didn't have all the physical things that I had to now go out and buy.
Right.
That's the catch 22. Some of the bigger, you know, bigger ones I've seen have cups, have this, have that. Now, when you get all of those other things included, you can't use media mail
Mhm.
because media mail is only books and you know bookmarks and things like that.
Yep.
Um, so
Then your shipping goes up.
mailing, yep, shipping goes up, and yes, you can pass the shipping on to your customer in the Kickstarter, which is what I did. But if you miscalculate,
Mhm.
you still have to send those books out, even if it comes out of your pocket.
Mhm.
Or you've ordered this stuff and it, you know, it takes it seems Kickstarter people are very in when books get to them. They know it's gonna take a long time because it's a special edition, and likely a lot of the cases it's coming from overseas printers. Yeah. Yep.
You can
Yes,
sometimes
you
get
can,
away
but
with
that's not
saying that,
always
but you remember packages
Right.
can be checked at any point in the shipping process should they
Right.
decide to.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly. So it's a catch-22. If you get caught, you get, federal offense. At least in the
You don't
US.
mess with the mail.
Yes, exactly. So you have to be kind of smart in how you do these things to be successful.
Mhm.
And yes, it's always nice to get a thing of tea or a cup or a t-shirt or this or that, but that's overhead.
Yep.
You know, it, you know, if you want pretty fancy foiled bookmarks, it's still overhead. Um, so when you're pricing your Kickstarter, you have to keep all those things in mind.
It's a
If
business. It's a
yeah,
business. If you do
right,
indie publishing, you have to treat it like a business in all aspects.
right. If that paperback thing had been successful, I would have paid $1,500 for the books
Yeah.
to come here, and then I would have had overhead with physical storage of the ones that didn't sell, and I would have the mailing out on top of getting those books in, which initially in my head I hadn't factored.
Mm.
Yeah.
You hope you break
So
even at that point.
yeah, exactly. So I didn't know a lot about Kickstarter when I joined that group that was going to do it. And I'm like, okay, well, I can get a fancy book out of it. Yes,
But
I
again,
have
you've done
I have a
trial and
single
error.
fancy book that
But
I spent $200 to get.
oh my God. It's a
to
lot
get
of
that
trial
proof.
and error.
Yes, yes, to get that proof. Not this one. Not this one. That was
No,
that was
I
the
know
one
which one
from
you're talking
overseas.
about.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The one pretty book that I have.
Oh.
Um, so and you've got to find a reputable company.
Mhm.
I read recently of somebody who the company had been infiltrated and somebody scammed them out of the money. They intercepted the emails and acted like the principal for the
Mm.
company
How much
and
did
took
they lose?
thousands. Because they said, well, you need it to do the print. We need it to do the print. We need it to do this. We need it to do, if you want to change that, it's going to be this. And they were giving them, and with overseas, in some cases, you have to do a wire. You don't get wires back. Yes. So, yeah. So that was a painful thing to read. And it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just stick with local.
Mhm.
Local or reputable company that's got a track record. Because you
Yeah.
hate to see those things. You hate to see that.
Yeah.
And now, she has books that have to go out because she's had a successful Kickstarter, but now she doesn't have the money because
Oh,
well, I'm sure she has the money because she was one of the bigger people,
but
but
still,
but
like,
the
oh,
the principle of it is, she has to get those out. So yeah, it's a catch-22. So
yep. It's scary out there sometimes.
yes, yes, and the cyber criminals are getting more savvy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, on
I
that note, geez, we went really downhill.
So be careful who you employ to do your stuff.
Oh, man.
Uh,
Well, hopefully through the remainder of the year, things will be good. People will all
yes,
have good sales.
yes, yes.
Keep putting their books out. Keep sharing them with people on whatever social media platform you're on.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Um, were we doing the 28th?
We will have to see.
Yeah.
Honestly, we'll have to see because just like with Thanksgiving, how it didn't actually fall for us on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Christmas is not going to necessarily fall on
Yeah,
Christmas for us.
because the next time after that I'm available is January 25th.
Oh, my birthday!
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh my gosh, okay. Yes, I am, between the
That's
cruise
right.
and then
You've got
a
the
baby
cruise.
shower. Yep, and a baby shower. Our
So we'll play it
friends
by ear. We'll play it by
Yep.
ear. We'll put a pin for the 28th and we'll go from there. Hopefully it'll work out. But if not, we expect lots of fun stories from you when you come back.
Oh, yes, yes, I hopefully will have fun stories, not any more nightmares. And thank you all for joining today and all of that.
Yes. And in case
Yes,
we
we're
don't
back to
hear
Hair
from you,
Katie.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, everything. Let's make the end of 2024 a good one.
Yes, yes.
And fingers crossed, knock on wood, 2025 is gentle.
Yep. Agreed, agreed.
All right. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.